Okay, so why do we have skilled and dangerous as our slogan for Purler Wrestling? Now, our academy is those who stay will be champions, right? Because you got to stay. You got to stick it out. Drake Howdesholt won the NCAA title, and his dad says to this day, he's like, that's the number one thing we learned from you, Nick. He literally would get beat so bad in my practice room when he was 9, 10, and 11 that his dad was like, Drake, are you sure you want to go back? And Drake was like, yes. And he said, I had to sit in the car because I didn't want to watch. Drake went on to win 2 state titles, was runner-up in he was runner-up in Virginia Beach as a junior, was winning and like destroying someone, and actually got headlocked and pinned. Didn't wrestle the national tournaments as a senior because he went to summer school at the University of Missouri, like everybody does nowadays. All the top recruits, you know, they don't wrestle junior nationals, you know, AKA Fargo. They don't really wrestle Virginia Beach, which is AKA National High School Coaches Association National. So anyway, but he had a great career, went on to be an NCAA champion, was All-American a couple times. So those who stay will be champions. You got to stay. You got to stick it out. Parents who let their kids quit, it's mesmerizing to me. You don't let your kids quit. You say, no, we got to work through this. Okay, so back to this. Skilled and dangerous. The reason I fell in love with the technical side of wrestling was when I started wrestling when I was 11, 3 days before my 11th birthday or something. So 11, but that was years ago. That wasn't really a late start back then, I guess. And did very well. I think qualified for state. Then the next year, I had a kid. He was beating me. He won a bunch of state titles. And a guy out of the stands, Todd Clement's dad, Ron, is like, why don't you just do a chin drop? And I'm like, I don't know what it is. He showed me. Boom, I beat this guy. And then I ended up losing to him in the state finals. I was like, golly, a chin drop. Amazing, because this kid was a sit-out guy. I didn't know what the hell to do. And I was like, it's like a tool. It's like if I wanted to assemble those bleachers and I've got like a little handheld, 2 wrenches, and you come in here with a socket set with an extension, and you have a nut driver, a DeWalt 20 volt, and you zip, put that damn thing together quick. You're like, holy cow, it would take about 6 or 8 hours to do that by hand. But you can do that in an hour with one helper, because that's what we did. So a tool, wrestling technique is a tool. Some of you guys don't like to drill, and you're like, oh, I don't like to drill. And I'm like, then go quit wrestling. They go, but I like wrestling. And I go, apparently you don't. It's like, oh, I love baseball, but I hate practicing double plays, and I hate catching grounders. Then why don't you just quit and go be a video game player? Like, how could you not love to drill? The fact that I can put your arm behind your back against your will and turn you against your will and hold you as long as I want, that's technique. It is very exciting. You should love technique, and you should want to become skilled and dangerous, because it's kind of the philosophy. You collar tie me, I score. I collar tie you, I score. You get to my leg, I score. I get to your leg, I score. I get your wrist, I score. You get my wrist, I score. I've got to try to score from every position. And if I don't know how to score from every position that I find myself in, I've got to find out how, figure it out, get a coach. Or if you have our online academy, that's all you need, right? The best 272 wrestling techniques. That's it, divided up between basics, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. It's like algebra, pre-algebra, algebra, geometry, algebra 2, right? So everything is built in steps and in a hierarchy on the online academy. So you should have that. In fact, 4 wrestlers were on the Team USA World Team this year. Zane Richards used our online academy. Nick Lee from Penn State. Stevan Mishik was a world champ. His testimonials all over our website. He got our program when he was 11. And Colton Schultz got my DVDs years ago, quit school, homeschooled, and trained. So, and Zane Nick and Colton came to our summer camps many years in a row, and Zane was a nonstop academy member, and Nick Lee came, on occasion. It was like a 3.5 hour drive. So 4 guys who made the Team USA World Team this year and wrestled in the World Championships utilized our system, which was called Foundation Wrestling DVDs back in 2005. Now it's the Purler Wrestling Online Academy. It's like literally 10,000 times better than DVDs. So the online course is interactive. It's tremendous. So if you want to become skilled and dangerous and you become master the technical side of wrestling, I would encourage you to do that. And, if you don't come to our camp, fine. But go to the technique camps where you're not running and doing push-ups. Okay, there's not 800 kids on the mat. I mean, these camps, there's not much to them. So, find a camp where you're going to get better and master the art of wrestling, master the technical side of wrestling, and become skilled and dangerous. And if you think we can help, you can go to purlerwrestling.com. We would love to have you. And we appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and good luck this season.